because you know you'll do it, whereas you can pretty much bet I won't. Or at least I won't do it properly or thoroughly. Oh, but my brain's coming back. I do feel better than I've felt for years, I've got to say.
That's
It's only just
wonderful.
starting, so we'll see how it goes. But Mhm.
That's wonderful.
It is, yeah, it is. It is. It's probably why I feel good.
I would think so. What are you drinking out of a metal bottle for?
Because um,
Because I'm not there to harp on your ass.
yeah, that's mainly why. It is stainless steel. It's not
Yeah, I don't
aluminium.
know if that's good. I don't know.
Don't know. It's better than plastic.
Yeah, I'll go with you on that one.
Um, no reason, no reason. Just it's just a lot easier for me to talk than write because of the way my brain works or doesn't work, depending on how you look at it.
I see you healed and whole. I think your brain's fine.
Thanks. That's a good one. Hold that one. I'll hold that. Um,
Hmm.
I don't know. This is a weird spot. I might move.
Well, I'm not editing it out.
It's fine. Let's go for a walk. That's the lounge room, kind of.
Lovely, lovely.
It's a nice room. It's tiny, but oh well. We do what we can. Anna's really good with making the best
Oh
out of
yeah,
it. And
she makes a house a home.
I guess she really knows how to do that. She's great at it.
I wonder if
You're
this
good at
will
it too, Katie, by the way.
making a house a home.
Yeah. Yeah.
You haven't even been here. You don't even know. It could be a total shithole.
Oh, look, I watched you go through the process. I understand you know. You've seen photos. I've seen lots of videos and photos.
Yeah, I was out watering tonight and a woman came this morning. I was coming out of my house and a woman across the street just like stood there watching me. And then she yelled across the street, "Oh, it's so nice to see someone come out. Your garden is so beautiful." And she just went on and on and on. And it was so lovely.
See,
And then I told her that I can't take any credit. It's the landscapers and my mom. And then
you're the one keeping it.
um,
You know,
And
damn.
then this evening, I was out watering, and a woman was walking down the street, and she came up to me up the driveway, and she's like, "Don't tell your neighbors, but your house is the best one," meaning the garden. I'm like, "Ah, thank you."
Don't tell your neighbours.
Right, right. I'm like, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run to all the
Little
neighbors and say,
controversial.
yeah, I just want to tell
Just
you that
let
some
you all
random
know.
lady
You
said my
guys,
yard is better than yours.
you guys suck, and ours is great. That'll
I
go
know.
down. Like, that'll go down well.
It's
Mm.
a beautiful neighborhood, but our yard really does stand out. It's quite beautiful.
The energy you put in
We had two hydrangeas stolen this week.
from the front yard.
Yep,
Oh, one of the neighbours.
I know. No, it
One
wasn't the
each.
neighbor.
If they suddenly get hydrangeas, you know. Mm.
So, yeah, I went for a nice walk with Lori, and then we met his cousins for coffee. And then we went to a couple of mid-century modern thrift stores here in Buffalo. Um, trying to remember. The one name was the Madhouse, and the other one is called the Story Garage. And they're all full of mid-century, MCM furniture and such. And it was really nice. And then we went out to Lockport, which is, I don't know, like 30 minutes from here, to the fabric store, and picked out fabric for my upholsterer to do the pillow for my window seat in my bathroom. And that was kind of exciting. The things that excite us these days. And
Yeah,
then I
right.
came home, and the energy just like walloped me, just smacked me in the face.
In a
And I
good
don't know
way
what it
or
was. No, not really.
neutral?
Well, Lori and I had gone to this beautiful stream behind our big cemetery here in the city. We just sat there for a minute because he was walloped by the energy. Hi, Pepper. What a good girl. What a good girl. And yeah, but then I got walloped. Yeah.
Mm. It's a bit like that this month, I've got to say, August. Shit, it's getting real, isn't it? Far out. Everyone's
Yeah,
gone somewhere new too.
I know. I
Everyone's
know.
saying the same thing about it. Something's just happened. So hearing that so
The
many people say it.
Yeah, the live that I sent you with the Heart Coherence Collaborative, Kyle and Brian Scott and Angie Hipple.
Wish I
I
hadn't
yeah,
made that one.
I think you know Angie Hipple. She channels
I
Judah.
know.
Is it Judah? I can't remember. But one of the things Kyle was saying was like everyone he's talking to are um when they're meditating, they're having faces come up in their meditations, staring at them. Oh, look, you know about this.
Mhm.
This is a thing right now.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, because that's the thing with when I was speaking to Tom when I wasn't in the room because I was in it was weird. I was in 5D and 3D at the same time, which is what happened when I was two. It's some of the clear sight experiences when I was a kid. It's exactly what it was. Like I was in 5D and 3D at the same time.
Right.
But this time I was an adult and I had this Tom's face in front of me, which was just like that, just like a face. But it was there, but it wasn't there. It was weird. It was like it was inside you. So as he was
Yeah.
speaking, he was interacting with me with visual because I'm very visual. Clear sight, the hawk thing. It's very visual, the masculine way of connecting. So that was really important. And it's kind of like systems. When you do system work, the problem has a face in that moment that expresses itself through the field. So you can form a picture from it. So everything's got
Yeah.
a face. So it gets down to seeing it. Because when it's like a dream image, the visual with the words gives you so much more than the words can hold on their own. So you get a lot more
Mm-hmm.
meaning around the words in the visual. It's hard to get, and you can't describe it to someone else either. You see it or
No.
you don't.
Yeah, Pete, who you've been on calls with before, my friend in New Hampshire. Why am I talking about him? Wait a minute. I can't remember what I wanted to say about it. Oh, language, language. You were just saying how there aren't words. He does a lot of breakdown of language and just the
It's
origins and
fascinating. I love
everything.
it.
And
Yeah,
oh, he does
I
an
love to hear him
incredible
talk.
job with it. But like how there aren't words, we made the words and we're going back to communicating without the words.
Yeah, go direct.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
really, really interesting.
Isn't it?
And yeah, and I think it was Byron Katie who says, take a walk and look at everything and basically forget the word for what you look at and just see it for what it is.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, yeah.
That's it. That's the experience I had when I was two. Everything I was looking at.
Was the same
Was,
thing.
it was the same thing. So you could notice the contrast between them without needing to put a word to it.
Yeah.
It was a
Yeah.
funny feeling, but because I was two, I guess I didn't have enough. I didn't have a lot of words to get in the way.
Right.
My mind was simpler,
Yeah.
but that experience that shaped my whole life. Really, I was 2 fucking years old,
Yeah.
and that's what 5D is for everyone.
That's why kids are so precious too. They're
Yeah,
like as close to source consciousness as you can get.
yeah.
I mean, that's like what Sarita Soul was talking about. Like we like it was pure before the inversion, before what was put upon us. The other thing she said, like I listened to that whole thing twice. Lori listened to it too and really enjoyed it. And just how we took the inversion and created the inversion. Like,
Hmm. Hmm.
yeah,
Hmm.
right? We
But one
took
of the
what they
one and the
put
same.
upon one and the same.
Yeah, yeah, we
We
did
we took
both.
what was yeah, we took what was
Mm.
put upon us and
Mm.
then made it real.
By taking it
But
on without
they couldn't have succeeded without us
without
doing
us
that.
taking it on, we had to invite it in.
Right. But I do often get caught up in the, yeah, but we didn't know,
We
right?
didn't know, right?
We
But
didn't know. Right.
that's the painful part, the victim part. But the once you get over that and you own the
Yeah.
perpetrator part, then you get the power of having the choice.
Yeah.
And there
Yeah.
you
That's
talk.
the other
Now
thing
you're talking.
now you're talking. And the other thing she says, which is just like what you say, is like, and more people are saying it clearer. And I think
Mm.
maybe Dana even said it on the podcast, Dana the Alien, Dana Kipple with Alex Zek the other night. Like more
Oh, I
people
haven't
are
watched it yet, but
saying,
I've seen the link. Yeah.
yeah, more people than ever are moving away from that spirituality woo woo and into the reality of it and saying, you don't want to kill the ego. You don't want to deny the ego. You
Yeah.
don't want to deny the shadow. You want to
Yeah.
harmonize it within yourself because we
Yeah.
all have it.
That's it. What's the use of fighting it?
Right.
Exactly. So
Right.
turn around and face it, and let's see what it really is, and then we can deal with it, and then problem solved, And it is that simple, really.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm laughing so hard because Lori makes me laugh so hard. We drove by this whole corner of Niagara Falls Boulevard, one of our big streets here, and everyone's picketing to impeach Trump. And
Oh no.
he and I are just laughing because I mean clearly normies don't understand the
Oh,
multi-layered levels of all of this. And I understand their outrage. They don't know any better and they're believing what they're fed.
yeah.
But we just drive by these people picketing and he just said something like, well, that's a waste of their time. And we just started laughing the whole way home. Like there's 20 minutes, you're never gonna get back. Like he was so
Oh,
funny today.
so
And
good.
I swear, like how your language is
It would
coded
just
for
keep
me to
repeating
hear
on you.
you, his
Yeah.
humor is coded for me to hear. Like everything he says, I swear to God, I need a diaper because I'm gonna laugh so hard.
That would just keep repeating on you as you moved through the street.
Right, exactly. Well, that's a waste of their time. Instead of
Just
getting
everywhere you
like
look, you see.
everywhere you look, the outrage, the
Oh,
reactionaryism, all of it, like it's a constant looping. Well, that's a waste of time. Well, that's a waste of time. Well, that's a waste of
oh my God, it's so true.
time. Yeah.
So true.
I so he texted me, gonna go for a walk, 8:15, and I just shot up And as I'm getting to the park to walk, I see all these cars and I'm like, oh my God, it's Saturday. I don't leave the house on Saturdays and Sundays because I
It's
don't like
packed.
weekends. They are the illusion of freedom. They're illusion, right? Like,
Mhm,
because this
mhm.
is whole a system of slavery. So weekends to me are just kind of gross. But I'm like, I didn't even know what day it was. I'm like, oh man, he tricked me. And then I was out all morning. I was out till, I don't know, 2 in the
And you
afternoon
didn't,
or something.
did you meet up with him? Or no?
Oh
Really?
yeah, all day. But I was just, I hadn't realized what day it was. And then I'm like, oh man, he got
But
me
it
out of
went
the house on a Saturday.
right. But it did work out, I bet.
Oh, it was lovely. It was
Mm,
so nice.
mm.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Like all those things I told you I did. Just there's nothing to do or be. It's,
No.
just allow everything to happen.
And there's something going on with the point we're at in manifesting. Like if you that's the thing with the fifth dimension. What you want already exists. So
Yes.
it's just holding that to be in its highest form and giving it to time to hold, however that looks for you. You find your own way of relating to that, but there are lots of different ways you can do it, and let it happen.
When you and Sonia and I were talking on a couple of
Oh yeah,
videos
that was great.
ago,
Mm.
it was so great. But when she said, "Well, aren't can't we create gold from our minds?" and you immediately, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, and I had never even entertained the idea of that. So keep seeing in my head her asking the question, can't we create gold with our thoughts, with our mind? And like the possibilities keep feeling more exciting.
Yeah, and because gold's the most pure um, physical substance, the most
And they
physically
can't
dense.
mess with it.
Yeah, and it's the purest and most physically dense, you could say.
Well, yeah, it's heavy.
But it doesn't oxidize,
Right.
so it
Yeah, I
doesn't
don't know.
decay. It's eternal.
Right. But it's physical
Yeah, it's
density
physical.
too. I mean, it's not in the spirit, so it confuses me.
Yeah, but it
Like
is
the whole
it is
currency
spirit
thing
first.
confuses me. It is spirit first.
Everything is spirit first. That's the thing. At some point, maybe it's earlier than for us, but or I don't know how to put it, but it's coming more directly from the all it is part of that than the self-aware part of that, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
But as soon as you interact with it, it becomes part of the self-aware part.
But it is another thing that you can't take it with you. I
True.
do the currency just does confuse me because I'm like, okay, why do we have all this silver? How is anything going to be replaced and how is
That's just
everyone going to have everything?
well, look, there are stages of it. There are stages of it. If you've got the trust and the faith to kind of go with your gut, maybe there are signs that you keep hearing about this stuff and then it just pops up at certain times. You notice numbers like it's 133 right now, just as we're talking about it. That tells
Of
me
course it is. 11:33 here.
exactly. So you notice stuff like that and go, okay, there's something to this. Then you find you ask for help to connect with the version of how to get into it that works for you, and
I have a
you
question for
just keep
you.
going from there. Hmm.
I have a
Yeah.
question for you.
Mm.
I saw a post and I had heard this years ago, but I didn't clock it. I mean, I clocked that I heard it, but I didn't like dive into it. Was that the lockdowns, 5 years ago were
Yeah. Very important time.
kind of keeping us in our homes while a whole lot of rescue and arrests were happening with the tunnels and the underground. And I'm seeing more posts saying that those rescued will be speaking very soon. And I
Yeah.
told Lori about this, and he knew all about it. And I added to it. I don't know if I channeled this, whatever. You know, all channeling is basically our future selves informing us what we already know, right? In a
Yeah. Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
And then I added to it saying that they were likely taken up on ships and healed, or healed using the med beds that are
it's,
already
yeah,
here that we don't have access to yet, but we will.
combination of their, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, I believe
But
that.
then, okay, but then the question came up, if the lockdowns were keeping us sequestered while they did these arrests and these rescue missions and just kind of just cleaning out the tunnels, it was also like it was like a double-edged sword. It was also preparing everyone to be injected with the jab and this covert rescue mission. How's that work?
Well, because what's think of it at the psyop level, because that's basically where this whole thing wins is won and lost. It's all a psyop. We have to believe the lie first. So that's a psyop. So if you want to beat this group, the biggest thing the best thing you could do to do that is to expose them for the first time in human history. There is a they with an agenda. Who are they and what do they want? When you know that, the rest just clicks into place. So that's what's coming, for the first time. So they had to have a way to expose them. And so letting their plan play out. So had this been their plan, what would have happened during the lockdowns is this biological weapon would have been released. Now, I think this is where the Q thing about you're watching a movie comes in,
Love it.
which is where satsang comes in. How do you deal with this stuff? Why is satsang true north? Well, find the one who cares. It's like self-inquiry puts you in the ones who's having the experience rather than all just being about the experience. You're able to stand back from it. There's a couple of things happen naturally when you do that over time. So
Do you hear my cat?
yeah, I did. And there's a plane here. That's pretty loud here. I don't know if you can hear
There's a plane here too, unless it's people drag racing down Delaware Avenue. I can't tell.
it.
I can't tell. Okay, so then if COVID was, I don't know if the word's linchpin, if COVID was the undoing of the agenda because it brought the focus in
They're
from
being
all of
exposed by
you,
letting their plan play out. But the
but
reality of
then
what,
was it also a white hat operation?
yes, exactly. So that they were doing what they needed to do. At some point, they had to come out publicly. There was a level that would play out publicly, and you had to manage that. So lockdown served that purpose. So it was a dual purpose. It was used to undo the deep state, to undo that plan, rather than the other way around. And that's one of the things I think the Arcturians meant when they told me everything that's been used against you will be turned back to the user. So they're using this psyop strategy, this art of warfare thing that the deep state have always used, being turned back around the other way. So their very plan is being used to expose the fact that there's a plan, so that the human race actually gets to see how all this took place in the first place was our belief system. And that's a tricky one to get across. You've got to go through the
Yeah,
experience.
that brings us right back to the beginning of our conversation.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
So people will be brought into what's coming next in stages, depending on how you've handled this lead up period. Some people
And
don't
it's
need to go through the full amount of what will come next because we've already done a lot of the work.
right, right, right. Like those who awakened so much earlier. The way I
Or there
describe
are
it,
two
basically,
trajectories through what's coming next. Two fundamental
go on.
trajectories. The ones who chose it and the ones who
Right.
haven't.
Okay. And the way I describe what those who chose it have been going through, and it's, I think, why NDEs and interest in NDEs have skyrocketed, is because the way I describe my awakening is basically I'm experiencing, and not just me, all of us who are awakened and doing the work, I'm experiencing a life review while still living. I did not have to die for my life review, and that's what's coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why
And
it's a
that's where the
transition.
fast, that's okay.
Yeah, which is death, isn't it? But
Yeah,
what's
which
dying is
isn't
it's the false self, or the idea of self that's dying, but not it's dying to the truth of that, which is a good thing, really. It's just there's a gap between the feeling of losing it, and the feeling of coming into yourself, if you like.
mm-hmm.
There's always a gap.
They happen at the same time.
You got to fall off the roof, you got to fall off the roof to know you're being held.
Yeah, 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 yeah. The great falling apart and the great coming together.
Yep.
I It felt like I was dying. I wanted to die, yet everything was coming to me that I asked for, and everything was coming to me that I needed. So like the things were simultaneous. And it's a wild thing to see. It's a wild thing to live.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Totally.
Yeah.
That's where all the magic is.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you told me this 4 years ago, and I couldn't couldn't get it. I
Now
have
you
a
can.
taste. I can, and I have a taste of it, but I'm still clearly in the gap.
Yeah, but the rest is easy now. As soon as you've tasted it, the rest is easy.
All right, easy. Yeah, we were talking about like Colombia had the 7.4 earthquake a couple of days ago. Indonesia just had a 7.7 earthquake today, I think.
Today, yeah.
The tsunami, which was a meter.
Japan's been having a
Um,
lot going on.
yep. The wildfires way out in the Pacific Northwest, the wildfires we just had here a week or two ago. Um, but
Pretty
all of
full.
that stuff is kind of prophesized in the Bible and by
That
famous
I was
prophets.
told when you see this stuff happening, they told me along the way a whole lot of things to look out for when you see these things happening. It's like the transition is happening, like becoming physical. And
Right.
they've all been happening.
They've
So
all been
many of them.
happening.
Yeah.
Like you can't deny it. Like there's a
No.
whole lot of memes going around that's saying, shit up in here is gonna get biblical now. And they're not
They're not
wrong.
wrong. They're not wrong. Yeah, okay,
But
it's a bit over dramatic at times, but there's some truth in it. If you know how to read the
right.
code,
Absolutely. But the inversion with religion so masterfully and massively done,
Mhm.
so many can't even go to the Bible. They can't even go to God. They can't even go to prophets.
Baby
They
and
can't
bathwater. Yeah,
baby
it's all out.
bathwater.
It's all out. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's why I said, oh God, and Lori was so good with this, and I'm gonna butcher what he said. But that's why I absolutely am. But that's why I said I come to the place where, yeah, but we need something on a grand scale, undeniable, because the awakened aren't able to do anything for the awakening or for the normies. Like we can't do a thing. We need something big. Like I'm still stuck in that.
Yeah, I know. Yes, I know. But it,
Ah, and then But then I came to such a greater understanding of the Atlantean destruction event because of you that we are the Atlanteans who went through that. Like we are
Mhm.
remembering. I mean, a lot went underground.
Yeah.
And I come back to God saying, we are a lot more compassionate now.
This is the thing with that where
Of
that
course.
144,000 thing
Uh,
comes from. It's more about the genetic lines for the Atlantean, light space vehicle, so that souls could be born in from that time now into this time now in the same genetic line, in a particular genetic line.
are some of us not just of the genetic line, but them now? Like the
Yeah,
reincarnate? Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Okay, so that's what I was saying. And then what did Lori say? It was so beautiful. He should be on some of these with us sometimes, I'm telling you. Um, because we were talking about like we're not in the middle of a war zone or
Mm.
wildfires destroying our homes or earthquakes or tsunamis, but we have this existential egoic we're in a tumult interior.
It's still
Yeah,
an identity crisis. It's still an
it's
existential crisis,
yeah, period. Like it
either
doesn't
way.
right.
Like,
But and then there comes in the suffering and comfort. The podcast I keep
sure,
saying I'm
oh,
going to
sure.
have suffering
Yeah.
and
And
comfort.
look, yeah, fair enough, fair enough,
Right.
fair enough. And
But
you can
you
feel
but
bad
you
about
have
it, or
this, yeah,
but look,
that. You
it
feel
just is.
badly about it. But then we get to the I don't know if it was Robert Schwartz or Michael, your soul's plan. Like we this is what my soul chose for me to experience, and that's what their
Exactly.
souls chose for them. It's all relative. it's
That's
it's
the
not,
thing.
it's all playing its part
Mm.
in the big plan.
Best thing you can do is play the highest version of yours that you can to respect it.
Right. I'm really glad I didn't choose a tsunami or an earthquake.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Fuck, that would be scary. Scary.
Oh my goodness, I think about it all the time. I mean, not all the time, but just wow.
Seen some of the earthquake footage recently. Like, wow, roads just throwing
Right.
cars around. Like,
But then I see with the Indonesian, it was located in a place with very low population, which brings me back to we are more compassionate now.
that's right. Exactly what I was going to say.
So these
Yeah.
things that are happening, and I'm not saying those 38 deaths or those 152 deaths aren't important or tragic or
But, yeah.
horrible, but what could have been is
Yes.
so much more.
Yes.
So you can see the divinity in it.
Yeah. And that's important.
Yeah.
It is important. Yeah.
This is some trippy shit happening, man. It really is.
It is.
It's glorious. And also, what?
It really
and
is.
then and then we were talking, oh my gosh, we were talking today about, could you imagine if one of our family members or friends completely asleep, love them, God love them, listening to maybe Sarita Soul. And then I said, yeah, I can absolutely imagine my son or sister or cousin watching that and going, yeah, they're batshit crazy.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They are
Absolutely.
off their rocker. Like,
My brother,
right?
my dad, holy shit.
Could you imagine? But but to the core of my being, I don't doubt anything. None of it.
Mm.
Faith the size of mountains.
So it's the one. Exactly.
I didn't men- mentally decide to have that. That happened.
Direct experience. So, and that's the difference, and you can't get that across to anyone else. Either they do, they see it or they don't, and that's it.
That's it.
All you can do is act from what you see, and let them work out the rest. That's
Right.
between them and Tom, and the transition, and it'll happen for them. Believe me.
I know. You always say that, and I'm always like, all right. Like I
Mhm.
can't imagine.
Mhm. If you're human, you're transitioning from the false self to the true self.
Amen. And so it is.
Yeah.
So what's going on in your life?
Just all of that, basically everything that we've just covered.
What's the line from Hitchhiker? Life, the universe, and everything.
Hitchhiker's the answer to the life, the universe, and everything. 42.
Right. Right. But I think it's hilarious. Life, the universe, and everything. No big deal.
Yeah. Yeah, what's the answer to life, the universe, and everything? I mean,
42.
back in a beat.
Trying to think what else to talk about.
I don't know. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. I mean, wow, yeah, Hannah and she's switched on. I tell you what, man, she's gone somewhere I haven't seen her go before.
Amen.
Like, boy, the witchy part has switched on. She's very grounded. Like if you met her, very earthy, grounded, sort of. Pulls off. She would pull off a kind of corporate meeting well,
Yep. She
but
pulls off the 3D well
yeah, yeah, yeah. But she's 5D all the way,
all the way.
flat out. So, but she hasn't worked for a while, so it's starting to really show up. And something going on now, like something that's really that soul
You
reader
get,
soul. That really hit her.
yes.
That really knocked her.
And I think it's so funny. I'm going to say these parallels, and you'll know, and people watching this will know, but this would sound crazy. Getting off the pharmaceuticals led to my awakening. Getting out of the workforce catapulted my awakening. So, getting out of the workforce catapulted her
Yeah,
her gifts, her
yeah.
abilities.
She was
Like you get
integrating.
out,
Yeah,
yeah.
because you got the
Like
time,
you've got the time,
the
you're not
resource.
in the toxic
You're not as tired. It's all
mix
of it.
of that.
Yeah,
Yeah, all of it, all of it. It's all related. Like
yeah,
you see those posts where everyone's like, yeah, if everyone just stopped playing the game, their game would end,
yeah,
right? Like years ago when you were telling me the Chinese were just walking out of their jobs in droves, right? It's like that.
yeah.
If we all just stopped playing the game,
Yeah.
participating in the fuckery, it
It's
just,
over.
yeah,
It wouldn't last a week.
right. I wonder how many jobs are essential, essential jobs. And I don't mean in that convid pandemic way. I mean, I really truly wonder what's essential.
See, that's the thing, the slavery version of civilization where it's AI takes over and versus the sacred masculine version, where
Yeah,
it's similar, but the wealth is like there's no need for wealth.
right.
Abundance is the natural state for everybody.
I saw a post recently saying, well, if AI can take over all of these jobs, Maybe we've been living inhumanely all along,
Yes, exactly. So
right?
take away the financial system or the way it works, at least that centralized version of it. Maybe we've got to go through some stages, but that's money has to be dealt with. It's a system of slavery.
Yeah.
Fundamentally, at its core, that's what it is. So at some point it has to be phased out. However, we've got to probably go through a couple of stages. So the first one is to redistribute the wealth, which will happen through gold and every currency being backed by gold. Everything evens out, and all of the money held sort of secretly or gets redistributed back to everybody. So there's a couple of stages probably we'll go through.
What about that maritime law that birth certificates were basically humans traded like commodities and the potentiality of what they could make in their lifetime? And so we're all worth
Yeah.
insane amounts of money. Is that what returns?
We're an asset of the corporate system, is how they view it.
Oh, it's so
It's
gross.
gross, and it's not legal. It's just a legal entity they created by creating Admiralty law, which is corporate law, and which was a separate system to common law. But common law is the one that is the sacred masculine version of the divine feminine. Common law is the law of the land, so it's based on frequency. So that's indelible.
Everything.
So all
Everything
you
is
have to do is
frequency.
recognize that other legal system is illegal and it's gone.
And it's gone.
Yeah. And that's what's
All
coming,
you,
the awareness of that.
the awareness of that. Awareness is everything.
Yeah.
Awareness undoes this whole thing.
Yes.
Awareness undid my entire life,
It does. It
right?
does. Being aware that there's a problem, firstly,
Right.
that you don't know what it is. And then that opens it up to a whole other level. And then, you're just falling down a fucking hill.
It's going to be so glorious to see the lights come on in everyone's eyes.
It is. Yeah, it is.
I just get,
It'll be worth it.
I just want to cry thinking about the lights coming on in everyone's eyes. Like, that's
Mm.
so beautiful
Yeah. And it's going to happen at some point.
at some point, like the Nazarene.
Well, look, it'll be a lot easier to get them to go through stuff in a way.
Stuff.
They'll have to move through it quickly, and it's a lot, but they'll have less in the way and more help than we got.
Oh my God. And and it's not that it's more than we got.
It's just
It's
without the
clearer than we got. We were
yeah,
blindfolded getting the help.
yeah,
We were asked to trust blindly
yeah,
for the help.
yeah,
We all have the exact same amount of help, but we went through it like in mud.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
because we were the first to go through it
Wow.
in this transition sense.
Sure.
Yeah, no wonder you're tired.
No wonder we're all tired.
No wonder we're all
Like
tired.
we're just like,
Fuck, it's so true.
and it's
Yeah,
not the tired, it's not the tired of working long hours. It's not even the tired of overwhelm. It's a tired of carrying. It's a tired of holding it all while being looked at as batshit cuckoo banana crackers.
yeah, yeah.
It's a Saturday Night Live skit. Cuckoo banana crackers, like one
Cuckoo
of my
banana.
favorites.
I thought I'd heard of that.
It is. It's holding the weight. Like they're tired because they're oppressed in the system that we all are freeing ourselves from. We're tired because we're holding that awareness alone and being thought of as crazy and isolated and ostracized.
Right.
It's a different tired.
Yeah. I see what you mean.
Yeah, right?
True. But that's gonna spread out.
Right.
That's gonna spread out. And I think we're starting to feel it. Something definitely started happening in August. Like, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot happening astrologically. Like, I believe in eclipse. Was it a total
Yeah.
eclipse? And
On the
another one.
12th,
Yeah,
your
that's right.
13th.
And there's
Yep.
another one coming up. The end
Yep.
of the month, isn't there? Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or 26th,
Yeah, maybe.
something like that.
Lori says that'd be hilarious if you were on your road trip when the solar flash happened. I'm like, that's not funny. It's like Katie goes away from her safety net, right?
It gets
Right?
roasted on the freeway.
Katie, right? Exactly. Katie goes away from her safety net, and the whole thing happens. And I'm like, what? I'm over there in Wyoming, going, what? Like that's not, or like the EBS. Mark Atwood said the UK EBS went off yesterday.
Did he?
Yeah. He
I
showed a
had.
picture on his phone. The UK EBS went off yesterday or the day before. Um, and the message all the phones got were about wildfires and not using any incendiaries or, cookouts and stuff like that.
Okay, that's interesting.
Ooh, I told you something you didn't know. That's
No, I
exciting.
didn't know that. I did not know that. Did not know. But
I'm
then
surprised.
maybe, hmm,
I'm surprised your family didn't tell you.
you surprised my what?
Your family
My
didn't tell you. I mean, you have family in the UK. No,
no,
no. Okay.
no, we don't. Uh,
Like, I wonder if
we don't
everyone's
talk.
so numb to the EBS that when it does happen, they're all like, oh, okay. Yeah, I won't have a barbecue.
Well, we had a test here of it, but
I
I
heard about that.
disabled my phone for it, so I
I
didn't. I
know.
didn't. I didn't get it.
But isn't the EBS masking something that they're doing for
It,
the benefit
yes,
of?
yes, and that's what I'm hearing, and that's what I
Okay.
got. That's what we got for it intuitively. All right, that's what Anna got. That it was
Like
like,
that's the double-edged sword of so much of this because the EBS, for those who are aware, know that it is to um, disguise something for the benefit of humanity. But the EBS, for those who don't know, is a massive loosh fest, is a massive fear
yeah,
mongering.
yeah. So then
So it's
they need
like
to know,
both things.
yeah, that those people need to know that that was a thing. So
Yeah. Oh,
they
do
let
this
it
again
be
with your
there.
hair. Do
Yeah,
this
exactly.
again with your. No, no,
Oh,
no. I'm
me do
telling you.
that.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Fix it. There you go. That's way better.
Is it?
That's way better.
Well, it's more
But
comfortable. It's not.
but like well actually I could see why you thought I was talking about that because like it's like goes over our head about what's happening, but it's serving the light and it's serving the dark in the same moment. It's so weird.
Mm. Exposing the dark,
Exposing, serving serving the
serving
light,
the light by
exposing the
exposing the dark.
dark. Right. Right. But it is a bit of a loosh fest
Well, yeah,
because
yeah. I mean, look, absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. And again, that's part of seeing it. But the energy can't be used to feed the dark agenda anymore.
Oh, That's what I wanted to tell you. So Lori said, I think it was Adrienne Elise. I love Adrienne Elise. She's a great astrologer. She's out in Wyoming. Maybe I'll look her up and say, hey, I'm going to be out your way. But she said something about the cabal was dismantled completely on August 8th. Anything about that? You got anything on
Really,
that?
that's that. Look, I mean, what we're feeling anyway could you could put in that category for sure.
Right, the levity
Something at
we're
that level.
feeling.
Fuck, whether it's that or not, I really couldn't tell you. But that's the kind of level we're talking about. Yeah.
Nothing would surprise me at this point. I
Um,
could have a unicorn fly by my window and I'd be like, oh, there's a unicorn.
there you go. Yep.
What else? Come on, Gareth, give me
What
something.
else? What else? What else? What else? Ooh, don't know. Been
I
getting a
know.
lot about
See,
art coming up.
art,
Yeah, how they've gone after art, and then so art coming back is
and
going to be really,
architecture too.
yeah. Just the art of anything coming
Yes,
back, coming back again.
right.
Like,
Well, I can't wait because the architecture is a damn shame. It's soul sucking.
it's really, yeah,
Just,
no sense of form or I don't know, human flow.
yeah.
You know
No
what I mean?
touch,
The
no
light,
text. Yeah, no
texture,
love. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
And these modern artists making these horrible things that they,
the
I don't
color.
know, do they really believe that they're beautiful? Because modern art, for the most part, is quite repulsive.
Yeah, I don't like it.
No.
No, I don't like it either. So that coming back, I've been thinking about it with music. Like, what would I do if money wasn't an issue?
Sure.
For whatever you needed to do, whatever you needed was there. So, well, what would I do with music?
Because our unique expression can fly free when we're unshackled.
Yeah. Well, putting live venues back so
I
people
don't
can.
even know if I'm creative or artistic. Like, I don't, like, you have music. All these people have these things. I don't even know what I have.
Oh, you would be definitely you would be. You've just got to.
But what?
Uh, once you're on the other side of this black,
Yeah. The black is really, it's still
mm,
there, Gareth. It's, there's a levity. I can laugh more. Life is returning. Joy
yeah,
is returning,
mhm.
but the black is still there. It's still like these snippets, and then I get overwhelmed and have to recoil in horror.
Right, which tells me it's
Yeah.
in the system
Yeah. Yeah.
rather
Like
than
we've been,
you, if you know
rather
it.
than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's systemic. It's in the line, and we're gonna do everything to clear that. But I mean, at coffee today, I said to everybody, like Lori was telling them all, like I don't leave the house, and she's out on a Saturday, and I just looked at everybody. I'm like, why would I leave my house? It's horrible out here. And they all laughed. They all laughed. They don't know. They think it's the way it's supposed to be. And I'm just like, no, this is really horrible. I can't be quiet anymore.
Good. Good.
I even said the spiritual awakening fell. Wah, wah. Like, no, like if we just went on to something else. Because they wanted to know why I was traveling to Seattle. And I'm like, okay, well, here's a short story. Spiritual Awakening 2021. NDEs saved my life. And then it's like, okay, more coffee? Like no, nothing.
Really? Nothing. What?
Yeah. This is why I say for so many of us when we put ourselves out there, not in a pushy way. I mean, when we're out there in life, we're not seeing a lot of examples of the Great Awakening. Yeah.
Yep. I get
They're
it.
still, yeah, I know you do. They're still resisting. They're
Yeah.
still like
Yeah.
looking at you like you have three heads.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of people in the comment section of all these videos, like all of them happening all around the world, talking about this stuff. There are a lot of people
I know.
watching that dialogue.
True. And they can't unhear all the things we say and share.
Oh, and it makes you think yourself. And yeah, there are chat threads. I'm sure of it. Like it's not it has a knock-on effect.
The stone in the pond.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I get that. I get that.
And that still exists with the internet. You know, the good side of it,
Right. Well, the internet
the ability to connect.
also had nefarious origins and then
Mm.
bit them in the ass because we all
Mhm.
connected to
Mm.
everyone around the world. Like,
Yeah,
look at me in New York talking to you in Australia. Like,
yeah,
what?
yeah.
Well,
Like
thank you for your nefarious internet. I appreciate you so much, Dark.
it's funny, isn't it? My best friend is in New York, and we've never actually met physically. And I'm in Melbourne, Australia. You couldn't get further away. Maybe Antarctica, but look, fuck that. So yeah,
It's
weird.
crazy. Weird.
Like
That's
why?
that double-edged sword. That's that,
Mm.
the COVID lockdowns were for rescue and for biological warfare. The internet was for spying, censorship, control, and it awakened gazillions. What was the other parallel we were just talking about? I can't remember. But, everything's a double-edged sword serving,
Mm.
yeah,
The light has to be allowed to exist.
yeah, yeah. Thank God.
Mm.
Thank God. Um, I'm gonna pause this for a minute if that's okay with you.
Sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh wait, I don't think it'll let
What?
request. It
It
is
should.
recording, but it's not, I think you have to pause.
Uh,
Look at you and
um,
me, slightly retarded.
I
Because
don't.
I can't even stop it.
Oh, hang on, hang on. Here we go.
Pause, don't stop.
Recording settings. Doesn't nothing about that.
Wouldn't it be funny if this whole thing wasn't?
We can
Well, you
try.
can say no.
Uh, um,
So I was curious, and this might be a personal question, I don't know, because I know your dad's health is questionable right now. Do you think that he'll physically live through the transition?
yeah, and that's the thing. I really do not know. I think I can see both happening. Which one over the other, I couldn't tell you. But
Because if he lived through the transition, lived meaning stayed in the physical, he could heal here in the physical because we're all healing.
yes, yes,
But if
but
he physically, what?
See, the thing is, because we're in a system, this is the way the Arcturians put it to me, was it doesn't take all of you to see it. As long as one of you sees it, the it being the level, whatever the deepest level, the deepest person is at, that one, whoever's holding that perspective, that's available to everybody at some point. So when you transition, you kind of leave the ego, that sort of limitation, self, all that stuff leaves, and you just see what's there. Kind of you see that for what it is as you transition. So they get access to that point of view. So
But don't they get it easier than we do? Who, like, here in the physical, I had 7 years of suicidal hell as I went through my life review. But they, if they transition in death, like you hear the NDEers talk about their life review, but then it's done.
Y- Yeah, but the impact of taking responsibility for it, for what's yours in it, is
It's not any less.
no, it reverberates kind of thing.
I know, but it brings back the question I've been asking you for 4 years. Like, because I was in such a dark, black, suicidal blah. My question to you was so many times, why can't I just die and go over there and do this?
Yes, yes, I hear what you're saying, but having to own the responsibility they hold as a perpetrator, you can't go around it.
None of us can.
No.
But what's it mean holding that responsibility as a perpetrator in spirit? When you're in spirit, you're returned to source consciousness. It doesn't feel like, well, yeah, see, then I get in this infinite loop.
Well, you still got to live a life. I believe your next life has to have balancing that out involved in it. It doesn't have to be the main focus, but it has to be part of it.
Right. And in this physical density right now, even though I'm in a living life review, there's still a whole bunch of shit I don't see. Like when they die, all of their stories and retelling of that experience, they feel everything they did to another from their perspective and the other's perspective. So we can't really have that here, even though we're having the living life review. So we'll still have some sort of
Mhm.
life review to go through.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
But
very
because we're
trippy,
choosing,
dude.
oh, it is tricky, but that's the thing, because you've chosen to look at it. That's what you've essentially chosen to look at, is
So
the,
there's less in the way, which you always
yeah,
say.
yeah.
Okay.
Just takes you a while to put two and two together.
Boy,
It
we
does, it
humans
does.
are thick.
But it's a big picture too. It's a very big picture.
Very big picture.
So it takes a while.
I wonder what your dad would do because then I was thinking if he transitioned while remaining in this physical density, as the transition happens, if he experienced it while staying alive in the physical, he could then heal.
Well, what I see, or where I've been, and what my life is in the family system. So he'll have access to that as he transitions.
Right. But I mean, physical health as well. He'd heal.
Look, there is a version of the transition where that could happen. Now, I don't know. I don't know. See, it might not be in his
In
life path.
his per plan. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It might be better him coming back
But it
post.
brings me back to early on, 4 years ago, when we first started talking about all of this, you saying something to the effect of we will all kind of reverse biologically like a decade. And I feel that as the more spiritual and open we all get, we look younger. Like I look 10 times better than I looked even 2 years ago.
Mm. You do.
My skin, my body,
Mm.
everything looks better. So with this paradigm shift, with this transition to 3D to 5D, our bodies are just going to improve and heal and lighten and, so that could happen for your dad. But it's not necessarily going to happen to everybody.
Well, that's the thing. If it doesn't happen, it'll be because it needed to be that way, is how I look at it.
Yeah. 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 I remember many years ago when my aunt was dying, my dad's oldest sibling, there were four, and my cousin-in-law, her daughter-in-law, I was just distraught. She was probably my closest auntie, other than the one who just recently died, who wasn't even really my aunt. Anyway, whatever, it doesn't matter. But I was distraught and whatever. I was sound asleep. I didn't understand death or any of this. None of this was in my field. And she
Well,
said to me, "This is her plan. This is her path. Like, this is all part of it." And I found that to be really actually comforting. Like anything she's experiencing, she co created, she chose, right?
hmm
Yeah. So I found that really comforting. So everyone's path really is unique to the nth level. Yeah.
That's crazy.
It is
And
crazy.
and it's one thing as well. It's weird. It's weird. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's all the same
And
thing, but it's
there's
infinitely variable.
infinitely variable. That's why I keep saying this whole thing is so trippy. And then I'm like, what about tiny little babies going through the transition, right? Like, what about if you're born and you go through the transition immediately? And I don't mean transition into death, I mean the transition from
Or
3 to
you're born into
5D.
the astrology this year at some key point, and that's in your birth fucking chart. Babbolt's basket or something crazy,
Right.
or the unique astrology that they've never seen before.
Right.
12,
Right.
13,000 years ago when records started. Mm.
And then there's all these people making fun of all the astrologers and the readers and everything who say, this has never happened before until next year, when it's really never happened before until the next year. And I get a little mad at the people who
Oh,
make
it's
fun of them.
hilarious.
It's hilarious. It
Oh, it's so
is.
true.
But they clearly don't understand the true astrology, and they're poo-pooing
Yeah,
spirituality because there is a false spirituality
there is. Yeah.
or a bypassing
Mhm.
spirituality, and there's a
Mhm.
real one,
Yes.
right?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's okay to have both. Right. You don't have to
Yeah.
just all of it.
The stars, the moon, the eclipse never happened before until next year, this time when it happens
When it
again.
really
When it really happens. I
oh,
know.
oh
It's
my
so
God, that's
funny
hilarious.
because you feel it. You know how crazy we all sound and look, but we're not
Like lunatics.
like utter lunatics.
That's what's going to
But
get a
we're
lot of
not.
people about COVID too.
Yeah.
Like we rush out and get toilet paper.
Yeah, I know. But the ones who didn't, us, look crazy. It's going
Yeah,
to be
yeah, yeah.
really lovely to not look crazy.
I'm looking forward to that. I really am looking forward to that a lot. Oh yeah. Because to be honest, I don't know life.
Without
I don't
looking
know life
crazy.
with that. No, that's right. That's
No.
all I've known. Mm. Yep.
So you don't know life without looking crazy. That's fucking funny. Oh,
Yep.
it's going to be great. It's going to be so great.
Mm.
So, anyway, I think you need to look up the UK EBS and tell me what you get about it. What else
The
do you need to
UK,
know?
yeah, I should check with Dad. Um, oh, 11, 11.
I don't know. Maybe we should let everybody go. How long has this been going for, dude?
A while. Yeah, let's stop that now. Stop.
Oh,